Ladies and gentlemen, we are live from the Steel Twins recording studio in the Sherry capital of the world, Traverse City, Michigan. Give it up for your host for this afternoon, the Cannonball, the Cannon, the Steel Twins.
What's up, everybody? It's Saturday afternoon, and you know what that means.
It is another episode of voice acting coming right at ya.
Yep, thank you guys so much once again for tuning in. We're going to continue down the road of Rise from the Ashes with the Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney trilogy. This is season 20. And for any new viewers who are coming, this is what we do here at the Steel Twins Gaming. We take games that have a crap ton of dialogue, and then we act out all the voice lines using the voices for the characters, using the voices we come up with in our heads for the characters you see on screen. A lot of times we do this to highlight the drama of the situation. A lot of other times we're just here to goof off and have a good time. And so we got a couple of episodes, probably a couple of weeks left before this case concludes. Because, folks, it's a meaty case. You know, we have at least 3 episodes left planned for this. And before we get going, let's just go ahead and check off our affairs here. First, on my side of the dais, I'm going to continue with the franchise, finish the story. I'm going to be plowing through Assassin's Creed Valhalla. I'm going to get to the bottom of the main story, and I'm going to finish that off, and then get into the other 2 Assassin's Creed games, Mirage and Shadows. Also, I will be participating with the Package Angel Steel on FPS Wednesdays for Borderlands 2. Zion the Potato coming in hot. So yeah, he's ready. He's got his gavel Glock ready. So Package, before we get too further down the road, what else do they have cooking at the Steel Twin at the Brother channel?
Yep, you got Nostalgic Monday with Super Mario World. It'll continue with Super Mario World 2, Yoshi's Island. And you got Nintendo Tuesday. As I just concluded Luigi's Mansion 3, now I'm going to bring you Super Mario Odyssey. Of course, there's FPS Wednesday with Borderlands 2, Indie Thursdays with Escape from Ever After, and Open World Fridays with Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, and whatever stream I can come up with on Saturdays and Sundays. You never know.
So there you go. There you have it. So Blade King also jumped into the chat. Hi, good to see you again. And folks, I think we're just about ready here. It may not look like it, but we are on a bit of a time crunch, but I think we can make it. I don't like so Zion the Potato says, I don't like Bowser, but I'll admit, he looks clean in a suit. Yes, he does. That's the same suit he wore in the Super Mario Brothers movie, which really the game happened before the movie, so technically you could say it the other way around. However, I think it's just about time to get to our second favorite part of the show. You guys know the drill by now. If you have a cap to your bottle or a pin on your can, you go ahead and pull that pin back or twist that cap off.
With a twisty twist.
Hey, Package, what time is it?
It's time to get bombed.
Cheers, everybody.
Cheers, y'all.
That's a blast from the past. The old black cherry vanilla bang. It's good for what ails ya. Live scene.
So, not sure about you guys, but I'm ready to go.
Yeah. So let me see. Okay, great. So
hopefully your stream doesn't get much of a skip or that it goes offline.
Don't jinx us, Package.
Yes.
Right, I was just about to say that. I hope that today's stream will be a lot smoother technically, it didn't start to break down till the last 8 minutes, so it did have to get split into 2 parts. But that doesn't matter now. We're gonna go straight into the first day of the trial, day 2 of this incident. So it is time to once again. So to recap. The chief prosecutor of the district, Lana Skye, has been arrested and indicted for the murder of a Detective Bruce Goodman. But when she says she did it, she's confessing to the crime, but she's also sought out, Phoenix Wright for defensive services. But there's a lot more to this case than meets the eye, and we're about to find out what. Yes, and apparently the body was found in Miles Edgeworth's car. So yeah, what's the dealio with that? So here, folks, strap in, get your popcorn ready. It is time once again for episode 5 of Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney, Rise from the Ashes.
Justice Chamber check. Scope of investigation on and clips locked and loaded. Yes, sir. February 23rd, 9:34 a.m. District Court. Defendant lobby number 2.
How did the investigation go yesterday, Mr. Wright?
Frankly, there are still a lot of gray areas.
Or rather, the whole thing is one big gray area. Don't worry about me. No matter what the outcome, I'm ready to accept my fate. I believe in you, sis. Mr. Wright, let me offer you a word of advice.
20 seasons. Damn, y'all came a long way. Yes, we have. And there's more in store. We're not done yet. Not by a long shot. Anyway, a word of advice. Yes?
A defense attorney should never believe their client. The defendant is called to trial because they are suspected of wrongdoing. Never forget that.
Miss Skye, you remind me a lot of Mia. But there is one decisive difference between you and her.
And that is...
You're not a defense attorney.
I believe it's almost time for the trial. Good luck, Mr. Wright.
It's just a formality at that point. Let's see. My first trial without a Fae helping me. No one's gonna bail me out this time. I'll be alone in there. So I have to discover the truth all by myself.
Phoenix believed a lot of clients, and look where that got him.
Let's do it, Mr. Wright. I'll be with you the whole way.
Yeah, well, I guess so he's not going to be alone.
February 23rd, 10 a.m. February 23rd, 10 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 9. All rise. Court is now in session for the trial of Miss Lana Skye.
The defense is ready, Your Honor.
The prosecution has been ready for a while, Your Honor.
Edgeworth. It's been 2 months, but I haven't been in a courtroom since his trial.
I hope that personal feelings will not be a part of the proceedings today, Mr. Wright.
And the potato is also here, Sir Archibald. Yes, sir. Huh?
I will choose the path I think is right, regardless of what those around me might say. The judgment to be made here in our hands, not those of anyone else. Very well, Mr. Edgeworth. Your opening statement, please. Chief Prosecutor Lana Skye has committed an unpardonable crime. Not only this, but she was rash enough to commit it in the prosecutor's office lot.
Wow, he's much more forceful in person. I suddenly feel like confessing to everything.
However, She will now pay for her rashness with her life. There was a witness to her crime. A professional witness. Well then, call your first witness, Mr. Edgeworth. The prosecution calls its first witness, Ms. Angel Starr, to the stand.
Oh, God, yes. The cough-up queen.
Oh, there she is. Haven't I seen you somewhere?
Yeah, you're right. That's right, Zion. It is her.
You ordered the caviar lunch, right?
Ho ho, caviar. I've never eaten caviar before.
The judge is really wolfing it down.
Get with the pissing phrasing.
Cough-up queen, why? We'll find out.
And for you, I have a Fiesta Bowl.
Thanks.
Will the witness state her name and profession?
And you, sir, did you order the fingerprint lunchbox?
It is too early for lunch. Your name and profession, please.
Well, Your Honor, how does it taste?
So this is why everyone raves about caviar. It's so tasty it hurts. I always thought caviar would taste like pickled tapioca.
I don't even want to insult the lady. Well, there's no... Fear not, Zion. There's no reason to. But... what the heck does pickled tapioca taste like?
Name, profession, now.
Me? The name is Angel Star. Don't go forgetting it. I find myself running Lunchland these days.
Thank you, Edge Fart. Yeah, I know. Get this stuff back into control.
Is that what you wanted me to say, Mr. Edgeworth?
Very well, witness. Please describe the incident to us. The prosecution will wait. I'm not finished eating. Oh.
Hurry it up.
Very well, Mr. Edgeworth. We are going down so many different rabbit holes, and then he goes, oh, come on.
Come on, Archibald.
As you know, we usually call on the police to provide a description of the crime.
Your Honor, as Mr. Edgeworth has said to the court, I am a professional.
What exactly is she meaning by this, for Suplex City's sake?
What exactly does that mean? Until 2 years ago, Ms. Angel Starr was a special investigator with the police.
Whoa. What? You know something? I'm gonna find a... What? Yeah, that's exactly what I thought, Zion.
She was a first-rate homicide detective. Hold the pickles and hold the lettuce.
What? Miss Starr was a detective?
I know who you are. Cough up.
Cough up Queen Angel Star, Your Honor. Long time no see.
Very well. You may continue with the description, Miss Starr.
Oh, just who is this lady?
If I might have the court's attention over here.
Well, you certainly have it.
The parking lot of the prosecutor's office is divided into 2 blocks. A block is for the prosecutor's office personnel. B block is for visitors and clients. A chain divider separates the two blocks.
I suppose that's to keep visitors from taking up prosecutors' spaces, yes?
The crime took place by a car in the back of A block in the car's trunk. The killer stabbed the victim with this knife and went to drive the body out. Unfortunately for her, there was a witness, and an arrest was made on the spot.
And who was this valiant witness?
Why, it was me, Your Honor.
Parking lot floor plans added to the court record.
The parking lot with Edgeworth's car.
Pick a different name for that shit. Witness, did you see the very moment of the crime?
Of course, Your Honor. Immediately after that, I apprehended the chief prosecutor.
It seems rather cut and dry, doesn't it? Well, Mr. Wright?
I can't agree on principle, Your Honor.
It seems that some poor losers are unwilling to accept the truth, Your Honor. Shall I proceed to crush what little hope they have remaining?
If you can, then give them your worst, Miss Starr.
Wait, are they talking about me? Oh, jeez. Buckle up,
Time for the witness
boneheads.
time for the witness testimony, the witness's account.
Somehow, I always knew a day like this would come. I was on my way to deliver a lunchbox to my boyfriend. When I sensed something, perhaps it was my finely honed detective's intuition at work. Through the wire fence, I saw the chief prosecutor standing next to a garish car. The chief prosecutor was holding a knife in her right hand. Then she thrust the pointy tip of the knife into Detective Goodman's chest.
Bringing a lunchbox to your boyfriend? How touching. As you can see, there is no room for doubt. The key point of your testimony seems to be nothing other than the point of the knife which you saw being stabbed into Detective Goodman.
For crying out loud. So Zion the Potato says, Archibald Quick Dick Riding. Well, phrasing there. And then now you have to go with a horrible knife pun? Oh, God.
So, how does it feel to be so utterly crushed?
Yes, ma'am. I'm still thinking about that.
It's merely a flesh wound, Mr. Wright.
Very well, Mr. Wright. You may cross-examine the witness.
Got an ad starting in a minute and 45. And folks, if you're watching and you don't like ads, what are you waiting for? Hit that subscribe button. We got 4 viewers on Twitch, it looks like.
Yeah, nice one. Cross-examination time. What is Story Mode telling us? We're pressed for time.
Somehow I always knew a day like this would come.
Hold it. How did you know?
I respect the prosecutor's basic abhorrence of crime, yet their methods are ugly and twisted. Twisted methods will always lead to tragedy.
The lunch lady's uninformed opinion is duly noted.
Yeah, she knows that's a shot at Edgeworth.
Given that they are used to erasing inconvenient evidence or at their whim, killing off a detective that knew too much is merely an extension of that. Miss Starr, do you have something personal against prosecutors? I felt that I had found my dream job when I became an investigator. And if I hadn't been laid off by those prosecutors over there, I'd still be one.
Oh, How did that happen? Laid off? She was fired?
To me, prosecutors are nothing more than worms. That said, I am a pro, as you know. My testimony is unbiased and flawless.
I don't know about that, sister.
Very well. You may continue, Miss Starr.
You know, I'm gonna grill her like a hamburger. Why not?
I was on my way to deliver a lunchbox to my boyfriend. When I sensed something, perhaps it was my finely honed detective's intuition at work. Through the wire fence, I saw the chief prosecutor sitting next to a garish car.
Hold it. By garish car, you mean...
Mr. Edgeworth's car, yes.
Mr. Edgeworth's?
Incidentally, the knife with which the victim was stabbed was also Mr. Edgeworth's.
What's garish mean? Let's call it a synonym for gaudy, exotic, flashy, stuff like that.
Wasn't it?
Indeed it was. What an odd case this is. And the person you saw, you are sure it was the defendant?
I saw her from no further than 30 feet away.
Can we take a look at something? There's no, Okay, there's no way to tell how many feet something is. And yes, I want to... Okay, so we can't flip it upside down right now. Anyway.
I am certain it was her.
If she's telling the truth, we're doomed.
Let's just do what we can. Even if we don't have any proof, we can always nitpick.
Witness, in your testimony, you clearly stated the following. Prosecutors are nothing more than worms. Ergo, you are a biased witness.
You might want to keep those silly opinions to yourself in the future, rookie.
Huh? Rookie?
Unless you're willing to risk the consequences of doubting me. I'll fry you like a fritter. Crispy on the outside, chewy on the inside.
That was inspiring.
Can I insult her now? She's pissing me all the way off. I mean, if you want to.
Ad break ended, your community's back.
I believe I've heard that tagline elsewhere. You could cry plagiarism? I may be relegated to the lowly post of lunch lady, but my instincts are honed.
A photograph? You took this?
Hey, wait a minute. So, why is she wearing gloves? And why
Not
is
to mention it.
Yeah, her trench coat's stained with blood. So, something's going on here.
Zion's like, if she don't shut her Hollywood Barbie Land reject ass up, she probably won't. I hope not. I hope so.
The moment I witnessed the crime, my reflexes took over and snap, I took a picture. In fact, one of my lunchboxes is rigged with a camera.
Ooh.
I suppose that's more exciting than just hanging it around your neck.
Nosy ass. Witness. Why am I only seeing this photograph just now?
You think I'd show it to you? A prosecutor? Think again. My boyfriend works in the photography division of criminal affairs.
Well, this is most certainly the defendant. Crime photo added to the court record.
The moment of the crime is photographed by Angel Starr.
Nosy ass boogie private school lunch lady ass heifer.
Oh, jeez. Uh-oh. That is unmistakably Lana Skye.
So what was the defendant doing at the time?
The chief prosecutor was holding a knife in her right hand.
What's story mode telling us?
Well, something tells me that, okay, traces of victim's blood, no prints. Now, we know that Lana has a, hold on, how do I flip to profiles? Can I?
I don't think so.
Anyway. Objection! And you witnessed this. Yeah, I mean, what? She's not holding a knife in the photograph. Huh. You saw Ms. Skye stab the victim with the knife.
As I've already said, yes. I swear it on my finest salmon swirl lunch.
I'm sure that is a fine lunch.
But isn't it odd? Look at this photograph.
Because every time I do, it makes me laugh.
This is the photograph you took of the very moment of the crime, is it not? Then why is Ms. Skye not holding a knife?
Mr. Edgeworth, your thoughts?
Say it with me, everybody. Bull ass.
Objection.
That had to be the weakest objection ever, Edgeworth.
Yet it was still stronger than your ever feeble mind, Mr. Wright. What do you mean, Mr. Edgeworth? This photograph was not taken the moments before the stabbing. This was taken the moment after the stabbing.
Yeah, he's trying.
Shut up, you wee dick.
Shut up. Yep. Objection. And how can you tell that?
Blood splatter.
Yep, that's right. Huh? Did Archibald invent simping? No, he didn't. It's been around long before he has.
See the dark crimson stains on the chief prosecutor's coat?
Yep. But it's a black and white photograph.
Ah, yes, it's hard to tell, but this could be blood. Well, Mr. Wright, I see no problem here. No problem. No problem. Except you.
Mr. Wright, are you gonna just sit there and take that kind of abuse?
You got a better idea? Objection. Wait, that contradicts what the witness said in her testimony. Namely, that she took the picture the moment she witnessed the crime.
Well, it seems I was slightly unclear. My apologies.
That's it?
If you run out of lunch, you order seconds. Problem solved. If you don't like it, try ordering the jumbo-sized lunch from the get-go. Good advice. I'm not sure I understand it, but good advice.
I know it's
Understood, but yeah.
I know. Anyway.
I didn't have time to stop her. Prosecutor Skye was cold, calculating like a robot. She killed without pain or remorse. It was a premeditated murder.
Objection! Premeditated? How do you know?
Objection! Archibald invented simping on account of there was no word for simping around the time this game was made. Ha!
Oh, good point. That's a heck of an argument there, Mr. Potato. Anyway.
Look at the chief prosecutor's hands in that photograph. Well, are those gloves?
Yep, and there were no prints on the knife.
Surgical gloves made of thin rubber, most likely. Why would she have those on? If it was not premeditated, she would not be wearing those gloves.
Wah!
Order. These gloves do seem to tell a tale of premeditation.
Take that. I banged my gavel so hard a bunch of potatoes pop up in Idaho. Well, that's a powerful gavel.
Premeditated murder, a serious offense.
Witness, add this to your testimony.
The murder was planned. The rubber gloves prove it.
And this...
Objection! Witness, do you know what this is? So apparently the murder weapon, usually in Edgeworth's toolbox, traces a victim's blood, no prints. So?
Yeah, she said there were prints on it, but no, there were no prints on the murder weapon.
No, I mean, anyway, I'm premeditating shoving my size 10.5 shoe up her backwards ass.
Are you trying to test me? I sell lunch boxes for a living, you know. That's a knife. The knife. The knife that was in Mr. Edgeworth's trunk.
Indeed, it is my knife.
What's with this case?
The bloody murder weapon. The bloody murder weapon, a red car, all belonging to the prosecutor there.
The defendant is the chief prosecutor for the district, right?
Well, Mayor, prosecutors bad people.
The defense has a request. We ask that the witness provide an accurate testimony.
What's that, rookie?
In your testimony, you stated that Lana Skye planned this murder, and that's why she was wearing those special gloves.
Seems like a natural conclusion to me. The gloves do indicate planning.
However, why would she also not prepare the most important thing, the murder weapon?
Oh,
This knife just happened to be in the trunk of that car.
Amen, Nick.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you're gonna plan a murder, you don't forget the weapon.
whoa!
Run.
Cheeseburger.
Order.
Oh, so okay, I get it. Because the fact we found the knife at the scene of the crime. If you're gonna plan this murder, why would you leave the murder weapon at the scene of the crime? Okay, I get it now. Great. Now the tide is turning in our favor.
Great show, Mr. Wright. My sister's as good as free.
No,
yet.
she's not.
Right. I believe the next lunch you'll be eating is humble pie.
What?
I hope you weren't deluding yourself into thinking that the tide has turned. Not over such a trifling detail.
But this shoots a hole in the whole premeditated theory.
Bah! The prosecution could care less if it was premeditated or not.
And the next lunch you'll be eating, Edgeworth, is a knuckle sandwich.
The only one who seems to care is that lunch lady over there. The defendant, Lana Skye, murdered a detective with a knife. That is the only thing the prosecution need prove, nothing else.
Very good, Mr. Prosecutor. I suppose you think you're clever now. But you know as well as I do that she planned on killing him. It was planned. If it wasn't, why would she have been wearing...
I believe I'd like to hear your testimony again.
And Zion the Potato says he's forgotten one thing. What's that, Zion, anyway?
Witness, Please tell us only what you saw, not what you thought.
Oh, I see what Edgeworth is doing.
How dare you? My powers of deduction are not to be underestimated.
Really now?
All right, time for the witness testimony, Angel's deduction.
Lana Skye intended to murder Detective Goodman. That's why she called the victim all the way to the prosecutor's office. I'm sure the chief prosecutor had a grudge against the victim.
Well, according to Jake Marshall, they had nothing in common, so there was no motive.
Nothing else could drive that human machine to plunge the knife in again and again.
But that's not true because...
Nope.
Take a look at
the autopsy report says 1 knife wound, so that's a problem.
Yep. The victim was summoned from the police department to the prosecutor's office.
Hold on. Right now I'm riding in a car, and where I'm going is piss data, so you're going to be buffering. Okay, on his side, not ours. Victim was summoned from the police department to the prosecutor's office.
It does sound a lot like premeditation, doesn't it?
So, if I ordered a pizza, does that mean I'm planning to kill the delivery boy?
In any case, the defense may now cross-examine the witness.
I mean, Emma brings up a great point. I don't think that's... No.
Until they find what he forgot, ask yourself, of all cars, why Edgeworth's?
Yup.
Let's get to that last statement. You know where you gotta go.
I know exactly what I have to do. Nothing else could drive that human machine to plunge the knife in again and again, but that's a problem. Objection! You say she stabbed him again and again, but you couldn't have witnessed that.
Are you testing me? Then I'll test you. With my moth surprise.
I'm afraid the moss is growing under our feet as we wait, Miss Starr.
Huh?
What do you mean? I shouldn't have to explain this, but take a look. The autopsy report states that death was due to a loss of blood from 1 stab wound. Aha! You're right! Good show, Mr. Edgeworth.
What a hunk! He's my hero, really.
What about my objection? No one noticed?
Well, witness...
You got the crime scene set, right?
Oh, thanks.
I always believed that no one could ever mistake ketchup for blood. But now I realize that such mistakes are possible.
So, you're saying you mistook something for blood?
Huh?
When she lifted her knife, I thought I saw blood at her breast. Splattered blood from her victim. That's why I thought she must have stabbed him at least twice.
Then tell us what you saw that you thought was blood. Testify. All right.
Her red muffler looked like blood to me. That's how ghastly the whole scene was.
What's Stormo telling us?
No, I know exactly what else they hit him with. Can we take a look? Where's the muffler? What red
I don't
muffler? I don't see it.
No, it's not there.
Objection. Ms. Starr, I demand an explanation.
Objection. The witness is clearly not suited for detective work.
What?
The suspect was not wearing a scarf or muffler of any kind when she stabbed the victim. And you've proved it yourself with this photograph.
Huh? But that can't be.
Only a professional lunch lady could be so utterly clueless. Congratulations. Perhaps you finally found your true calling in life. Harsh words, but good.
In the end, Mr. Edgeworth prevails.
What was my objection? Chopped liver?
But it was there, a scarf. No, not that, but something red. Really.
Well now, where were we? The witness has given us an entertaining interlude, but back to business.
What?
Very well, witness. Continue your testimony. You saw the crime and apprehended the suspect. Tell us about that.
Very well. I do remember some things accurately, at least.
Ultimately, we couldn't shake the most important part of her testimony.
The most important part?
The part where your sister stabs the victim. This next testimony might just be the moment of truth.
All right, witness testimony time. Apprehending the suspect.
After the murder, the suspect attempted to run behind a partition off to her side. I quickly caught her, explained her rights to her, and arrested her on the spot. Ah, yes. When I arrested her, she mentioned the muffler. That's what had me confused in my earlier testimony. The chief prosecutor made to escape, but against Angel Star, resistance is futile.
Well, I think I got an idea of what I can use to hit her with.
You are quite determined about this scarf, aren't you?
She killed the dude, I can tell. Let's not be hasty here. I mean, this case is pretty meaty. But anyway.
I strike like a snake and bite like a cobra. That's me, Angel Star.
That wasn't a very good metaphor. First of all, a cobra is a kind of snake.
Don't bother me with details unless you want to get bitten.
No, thanks.
Note to self, Mr. Wright is weak against poisonous snake bites. The chief prosecutor tried to resist, but her efforts were in vain. She knocked my hands aside, kicked over an oil drum.
An oil drum? Hard to imagine.
Oh, she's beautiful, but deadly. A predator, this one. A leopard woman. Rawr.
Emma, you got one more useless note before I burn that book. It's also confusing as piss. Yeah, it is confusing, but we'll keep going.
Very well, Mr. Wright. Your cross-examination, if you will.
All right.
What story more telling us?
The thing I'm going to hit her with is the fact that she was calling her sister right after the murder, and before that so after murder, suspect tended to run behind the position off her side, quickly caught her, explained her rights to her, and arrested her on the spot. Hold it! You say quickly. Were you close to the suspect?
As I just said, I was only 30 feet away from her the whole time.
Now, time out. Check it out. There's a problem here. She's standing behind a chain link fence. Now, how on earth could she have possibly gotten around that fence? And how the heck did that happen? Yeah, that's definitely sus. Maybe I should press her for more details. Every single time. I'd like to see this on the floor plans, just to be safe. The Lunchland car was...
She was a visitor, thus she was parked in B block.
So you witnessed the murder from here?
That would make it about 30 feet from the car, yes.
I feel like I think you know what I'm gonna say. Go ahead and say it, Zion. Is that correct, Ms. Starr?
Yes, that's right.
But there was a chain link fence in front of you, huh?
I went over it, of course.
Really?
I don't know. Amazing! The Cough-Up Queen, lunch lady athlete, indeed.
It would have taken her a little time to climb over the fence, so she couldn't have gotten to my sister that fast.
Yeah, that fence was about 9 feet high, too. So how did Miss Skye not get away? She didn't.
Ah, yes. When I arrested her, she mentioned the muffler.
Hold it. She mentioned the muffler. What exactly did she say?
She went over it in heels? It would take longer than heels.
Yeah, no kidding.
If I remembered exactly, I would have told you in my testimony.
That's what we're asking for anyway. Bull, and last but not least, piss.
Yep.
Cheeky.
Anyway, all I heard her say was the word muffler.
Hey, that was when she was calling her sister, right?
Right.
That might be important.
Just that one word? So, what you heard wasn't the suspect talking to you, but to someone else?
Yes, the chief prosecutor was talking on her phone.
Her phone? She can't mean. By phone, do you mean this cell phone discovered at the crime scene?
Oh, he says, oh, shut up. From what?
Yes, ultimately.
Ultimately?
My memory. It's like a salmon heading upstream, you see.
No, the court doesn't see Miss Starr.
The chief prosecutor first attempted to use a phone hanging on the wall.
But it was broken.
Right. On the wall?
That's right. Near the car, there was an emergency phone on the wall.
Apparently, it was out of order.
And so she used her cell phone? Indeed, the emergency phone was out of order that day. Good witnessing, witness.
Good witnessing? Whatever happened to good testifying?
You should, of course, add this to your testimony.
Things I do to please this rookie defense attorney.
Lana's cell phone updated in the court record.
The word muffler was overheard during the call made to Emma at 5:18.
Yep.
I saw it all. How she tried the phone on the wall, but had to use her cell instead. The chief prosecutor made to escape, but against Angel Star, resistance is futile.
So Miss Skye tried to frame somebody?
I'm sorry my sister is so suspicious, Mr. Wright.
Not as sorry as I am.
But she didn't do it. You have to believe me.
What story mode telling us again?
Okay, I think I quickly called her, explained her rights to her, arrested her on the spot. When I arrested her, she mentioned the muffler. Saw it all, how she tried the phone on the wall but had to use her cell instead.
Now we're gonna see.
Objection! The photograph. Miss Starr, I have to conclude that you have a personal grudge against Ms. Lana Skye. Yeah, okay, he showed the parking lot photo, but what of it?
Objection! The witness is a former detective. Her testimony is unmarred by personal bias.
Bullshit.
Well, who would have thought you would be my knight in shining armor, prosecutor? You who, together with the chief prosecutor, kicked me out 2 years ago.
Well, Miss Starr, this is a fatal contradiction with your testimony. How do you explain this?
I don't know what you're talking about. Mess with me, and I'll make you cough it all up.
Let's look at the floor plans. You said you witnessed the crime from this point. However, if that's true, you couldn't possibly have seen Ms. Skye making that phone call. Right, because the partition was in the way for the whole thing. I believe you see what I'm getting at. That emergency phone was on the back side of this partition. If indeed you were in B block, you couldn't have seen it.
What?
I'm gonna commit a felony on this damn judge. I don't know what felony, but I'm gonna commit one.
Order! Order! What is the meaning of this?
It's simple, Your Honor. She's not coughing up lunch. She's coughing up lies.
Objection! That's quite a claim, Mr. Wright. Perhaps you will allow me a question.
Serious murderer vibes. Tell me you don't see it. I don't, and there's a reason.
Tell us exactly what lie this witness has told the court.
Here's where the counterattack begins. I can't afford to get this wrong. The witness lied about where she saw it. Ms. Skye tried to use the emergency phone, but it was out of order. What is significant about this fact? Nothing. Therefore, it would be pointless for Ms. Starr to lie about it.
Pointless to lie? I see.
But say the witness did actually see Ms. Skye using the emergency phone. It would mean Ms. Starr witnessed the crime from a different location.
Objection! A different location? Now that's a pointless lie if I ever heard one.
Objection! Before you call my lie pointless, at least let me tell it.
Let me ask a question to our clever wordsmith, Mr. Wright.
In the wise words of the meme, what was the reason? What was the reason? And I don't know that meme, so I'm going to have to look it up.
Just where was the witness when she saw the crime?
All the testimony we've heard until now points in one direction. The place from where Miss Starr witnessed this crime was here.
The security room.
This is the only place where she could have been.
The security guard room? Indeed, the security room in the underground parking lot is well positioned. It's built on the second floor, so you can see the entire lot.
Exactly, and she was seeing her boyfriend at the time, too. Remember? She had to deliver him his lunch.
She would have been able to see the emergency phone from there. But why there? There are many other places where she could have seen the phone.
Not in this case, Your Honor. The witness, not being part of the prosecutor's office, couldn't park in A block. The only place where she could have seen the crime and the back of the partition is here. I remember in your testimony you said you brought a lunch to your boyfriend in the security guard room. Yes? Well, Miss Starr?
How many years have I been getting the better of men? To think that the tables could be turned. Today, a man has got the better of Angel Starr.
No, Zebra. Order! Order! Witness! What have you done? You used to be a detective. You should know better.
I'm not turning back. The guilty will be punished. And I'll do what I must to make sure justice prevails.
The guilty. Is she talking about Ms. Skye?
Mr. Wright, doesn't this strike you as odd? Why did Ms. Starr lie? It doesn't make sense.
Yeah. Why? Huh?
She could have just said she saw the crime from the security guard station. It wouldn't change anything.
Exactly. This photograph tells all. It was the defendant who stabbed the victim.
Well, hang on a minute. That partition's blocking the trunk. Hey, there you go.
That truth still stands.
Objection! It still stands? I disagree, Mr. Edgeworth.
What?
If a witness is found to be lying, they're guilty of perjury. She knows this. She wouldn't risk that without a good reason.
So tell us what her reason was, Mr. Wright.
Huh? Me?
Who else?
Mr. Wright, let's review what we know.
Ms. Starr witnessed the crime from the security guard station. But she lied and said she saw it from B Block. It must make a vital difference. But what? What would change?
I'd say angle of
It's either the
view or
angle
distance.
of the view or the distance. Because 30
What's story
feet.
mode telling us?
Yeah, I'm thinking it's the distance, yes. It changes the distance between her and the scene of the crime.
Objection! My condolences, Mr. Wright, but one look at the floor plans and it's quite clear. The distance between the scene of the crime and the guard station is 30 feet.
Yep. All right.
I don't see how that would change what she could see.
Objection. What she saw is not in question here. What matters is the time it would take her to reach the scene of the crime. Ms. Starr, you witnessed the crime from the security guard station. Now, how long did it take you to go from there to the scene of the crime where you arrested Ms. Skye?
Well, witness?
Yes. Think about this. The murder occurred at 5:15 or 5:17. And at 5:18, the call came with the muffler. So, yeah, anyway.
You.
Yes?
You ordered the squid wheels, right?
Oh, the quality of my lunches has gone from low to inedible.
I was bringing a PB&J lunch with fresh boysenberry jam to my boyfriend.
Boysenberry for the boyfriend?
He wasn't in the station, so I waited. I witnessed a crime from the glass-walled station. And before I knew what I was doing, I found myself running towards the scene. But the door was locked. I couldn't open it.
Wow, so she just ran the whole way around.
Yeah.
Punish me, Mommy. Angel. I meant Angel. That's right. Josh Dickerson has entered the chat.
That's why I had to go through the visitors' parking in B Block.
Welcome in, Josh. That's quite a detour.
It probably took me at least 5 minutes to get to the scene of the crime.
Now hold up, Jack. So they entered the lot at 5:12 p.m. and 5:12, and then 5:18 she was calling Emma, but Lana Skye's testimony said she did it at 5:15 p.m. So, yeah, that's a lot to happen.
5 minutes? Cheeseburger. This changes things considerably.
But it was that woman over there in the defendant's chair who stabbed him. I know it. I have photographic evidence. I swear it. I swear it on my finest plastic spork.
You have a point, and the spork is a wonderful invention.
Spare me.
Would you like another caviar lunch?
Absolutely.
Uh-oh.
Mr. Wright, you have to do something.
Do I have any evidence to stop this? Yes, I do. I mean, raise an objection every time. Objection! 5 minutes between the witnessing of the murder and the arrest? Think about it. You could make pasta in that amount of time, if you like it al dente.
I've got lunchboxes with the pasta and I've got the lunchboxes that tie pasta into knots, rookie.
A 5-minute blank. Isn't that strange?
Strange?
If you were a criminal, what would you do with 5 minutes, Your Honor?
Well, I guess I'd flee the scene. Hey! Don't get the wrong idea. I didn't kill anyone.
But you have the instincts of a killer. You would run, but this time was different. Miss Skye dawdled at the scene of the crime. She even had her picture taken. No true criminal would act this way. It's inconceivable.
Yeah!
Well then, it seems we've come to the end of this testimony. The witness has a grudge against the defendant and a blank in her testimony. Mr. Edgeworth, is the next witness ready to go? Unfortunately, I appear to have overestimated this witness on account of her professional history.
We did it! We screwed that can shut, Mr. Wright.
That was too close.
Hold on, I don't think we're done yet. I'm afraid that the cough-up queen has been dethroned. And with that, court is adjourned.
Hold it!
Hold it! Mr. Edgeworth, you ordered the squid wheels, right?
That's the one she tried to foist off on me.
I prefer to not take the defense team's leftovers. Anything else to say?
I might be able to save you. I have decisive evidence.
What was that?
Is this another one of her trick lunchboxes?
My apologies, but we have no further questions to ask of you, Miss Starr.
Is this your jumbo lunchbox?
Oh, God.
Woohoo! A triple-decker! Out of deference to the witness's determination, I'll allow one more testimony. Let's hear about this decisive evidence.
Yes, let's hear it.
Like the Lunchland motto says, you won't be disappointed.
What's she gonna pull out of her lunchbox this time?
All right, time for the witness testimony. Decisive evidence.
I should have mentioned those 5 minutes when I wasn't looking at the crime scene. And now, to the matter of the victim's shoe. Did I not bring this up?
Oh, look at that. Yep, there's blood on his shoes, no doubt.
2 types of blood were found on this shoe. One was, of course, the victim's, and the other blood type matched that of the defendant, Ms. Lana Skye.
Okay, so that kind of makes sense because remember, her hand was injured.
This shoe proves it. It's flawless, decisive evidence.
Well, hang on a second. How did she hurt that hand? And how did her blood get on his shoes?
What? There was blood found on that shoe?
Try Lunchland for all your lunch and decisive evidence needs.
Cheeseburger. Objection! Witness! What's the meaning of this?
Yeah, what the heck is the police doing with this? This is ridiculous.
Why is this the first time I've heard of this evidence?
Simple. As I've already said, I don't trust you with evidence, Mr. Edgeworth. That's why I took the liberty of investigating this myself.
And you had blood tests performed?
Didn't I mention? I have 3 boyfriends in forensics.
Oh my gosh. Hose bag. Anyway.
In any case, Your Honor, I can't accept this as evidence.
No, you cannot.
What?
You must know the 2 rules of evidence law. Rule number 1, no evidence shall be shown without the approval of the police department.
Well, hang on a second. She is a former investigator, and the chief of police is in charge of the investigation. So, anyway.
In other words, this shoe is illegal evidence, at least for the time being.
Is that right, Mr. Wright?
It seems so. Edgeworth sure is celebrating.
Not so fast, Mr. Edgeworth. Don't forget, I used to be a detective. As I mentioned previously, this shoe has already been tested by a member of the forensics department. As you can see, it was approved by the police department as of today.
That's awfully convenient.
Even the general public can produce official evidence, Mr. Edgeworth. Is that right, Mr. Wright?
It seems so. Edgeworth is looking pretty sullen.
You could at least study some evidence law, really.
The prosecution's complaints notwithstanding, it appears that this evidence satisfies the first rule of evidence law. However, it seems you have yet another count against you, witness.
Anything to ensure that the guilty are properly judged.
Zion the potato goes, wait, that's my shoe. Victim's shoe added to the court record.
White with white enamel shoe. Bears traces of blood from Goodman and Lana Skye. Very well, Mr. Wright. You may cross-examine the witness. All right, what's story mall telling us? We're a little pressed for time. Sweet. Decisive evidence.
Okay, here we go.
I should mention those 5 minutes when I wasn't looking at the crime scene. And now to the matter of the victim's shoe. Did I not bring this up? 2 types of blood were found on the shoe. One, of course, was the victim's, and the other blood type matched that of the defendant, Miss Lana Skye. This shoe proves it. It's flawless, decisive evidence.
Objection! Unfortunately for you, this shoe is far from being perfect evidence. Why is that?
It's a crime.
Well, yeah, I mean those are her shoes, but we're saying that was the detective's shoe.
Yeah.
Anyway.
What?
This shoe directly contradicts what we know about the crime. The shoe doesn't fit.
Run. Order. Order. Objection! You're claiming there's a contradiction with this shoe?
As I said, the shoe doesn't fit what we know about the scene of the crime. What was Lana's blood for? What was Lana's blood for? Well, remember, there was a wound or there was a bandage on Lana's hand when we were interrogating her in the detention center. How she got it, we don't know yet, but we just know that's what Lana's blood's for. But anyway.
Very well. Let's hear what Mr. Wright has to say about the shoe. What about this shoe contradicts what we know about the crime? Show us the problem with this evidence.
All right, let's
Look on
see.
the bottom.
Yeah.
It's right there.
Take that. The problem lies in the footprint.
The footprint?
Note that the bottom of the victim's shoe is covered in blood. Then, isn't it strange? Why weren't there any bloody footprints found by the scene of the crime?
Aha!
As you can see, there were no traces of any such footprints at the scene of the crime. That contradicts your claim about this shoe.
Objection! This picture only shows part of the floor, so there could have been bloody footprints.
Objection! Then where are they, Mr. Edgeworth? Because we checked the scene and found nothing of the sort.
Run, cheeseburger. Order. 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 Well, witness?
What? Huh? Great going, Mr. Wright. But it's true that the lack of a footprint is a contradiction. But then we have to ask why there wasn't a footprint.
Oh,
That's true. There has to be a reason why there wasn't a footprint.
Think, Mr. Wright, think.
hey, I don't know why it's not there. I'm just good at finding contradictions.
What?
Hold it. I see. Now I get it.
Get what?
Our witness is more devious than I give her. Our witness is more devious than I gave her credit for. We were hoodwinked to the very end. But she slipped. There is one vital hint to the truth in her testimony. What are you talking about? Think back to when she told us about apprehending the suspect.
The chief prosecutor tried to resist, but her efforts were in vain. She knocked my hands aside, kicked over an oil drum. Oh, she's beautiful but deadly. A predator, this one. A leopard woman. Rawr.
I thought that was a strange thing for the normally cool-headed chief to do.
No kidding.
Now, witness, allow me to ask a very simple question. This oil drum, was it empty?
Oh, that, I'm not sure I like your attitude, Mr. Edgeworth.
Yeah, we didn't see any tipped over oil drums.
Though apparently, you're not the slowest conveyor belt in the lunchbox factory.
Witness, well, was the oil drum empty?
The oil drum kicked over by the chief prosecutor was brimming with water.
Oh, that's why we don't see any footprints, 'cause the water washed it all away. Water? What does that mean?
Still don't get it, Mr. Wright? Do you want to know the reason she knocked it over? The real reason? Aha! You don't mean... Yes, the suspect knocked over that oil drum for one reason and one reason alone. To erase the bloodstains that would become evidence against her.
What?
That ties things up quite nicely. The bloodstains left on the victim's shoes tie her quite clearly to this murder. Then, after the deed was done, she knocked over the oil drum to erase the telltale signs.
Why, that's a prosecutor's specialty. Erasing evidence.
That reminds me, Miss Skye's right hand was hurt. Didn't she say she'd cut herself when she stabbed him?
So that's when my sister's blood got on the shoe.
Well, I see no reason to prolong this trial.
Mr. Wright, do something, please.
What? What can I do? Your sister's confessed to the crime and she tried to conceal it.
But...
Enough! There is no need for further debate. The verdict, Your Honor. Very well.
But Angel Star is on the prosecution's side. She could have been lying about the water.
This court finds the defendant, Ms. Lana Skye.
Hold it!
Hold it! Little girl, what did you just say? Huh? Me? Did you say that I, Angel Star, was on the prosecution's side?
Oh.
Well, yeah, you are. You're saying my sister hid evidence by erasing the bloody footprints. Well, I thought you had your fill, but here you are, demanding a second helping.
You do realize this bitch is gonna get the defendant off, right? She's so dumb. Just gotta keep your mouth shut and you get them anyway.
Another lunchbox. A lunchbox called evidence.
Wait! Witness, don't tell me you have something else? Objection! The time for deliberations is past. Any further comments, and you will be held in contempt of court.
This is ridiculous.
Your threats don't scare the cough-up queen. Look at this.
A photograph? There's something stuck on the muffler.
Yep, something stuck in the tailpipe.
I had it just in case anyone had the gall to suggest that the white shoe didn't belong to the victim.
I see no room for error in this evidence.
Yeah, but the knife is still stuck in the guy's chest.
Mr. Wright, wait, look at the asphalt in this photo.
Hey, it's clearly wet.
Erasing the last trace of doubt from the court's mind. Immediately after the murder, the crime scene was washed with water. Did something skip on me?
No, I don't think so.
I'm sorry, Mr. Wright. I guess I couldn't help after all.
It's not your fault. I knew I couldn't win this case from the beginning. And it seems this is what your sister wanted anyway. I'm sorry, Mia.
Right. Right. Wet or not. Don't be so quick to throw in the towel.
Huh?
Get yourself up. Get yourself up off the asphalt. take another good look. Don't give up, not until the bitter end.
This is the last piece of evidence.
Very well. This time I'd like to declare a verdict for good.
Let me just look at... Okay, it hasn't been added to the court record yet. Objection! Your Honor, wait!
What is it with you people? Can't I hand down my verdicts in peace anymore? Whatever it is, can it wait?
No, it can't. Then it'll be too late. Look at this photograph, the last one submitted. This trial isn't over until we give each piece of evidence proper consideration.
So, Wright, are you saying there's a problem with this latest piece of evidence?
Yeah. I'll think later. Yeah, there's a problem. Right or wrong, I've got to go ahead with this.
I suppose since we've come this far, we should give every claim a fair shake. Very well, Mr. Wright. Show the court the problem in this photograph. The muffler.
It's got to be that. Take that. The problem in this photograph is here.
What's this? There's something poking out of the car's muffler. Wait just a moment, Mr. Edgeworth. Your Honor, you just said muffler. However, I see no trace of a muffler or scarf of any kind in this photograph. A muffler is also a part of a car or motorcycle, Your Honor. Just think of it as part of the exhaust system, a pipe. I see. And I see. What's that suspicious-looking cloth sticking out of the car's muffler?
So what if there is something sticking out of the muffler? What does that have to do with this case? Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
Objection! Sorry, Miss Starr, but it's not gonna be that easy. In fact, you've already told us why this is important to the case. You said as much in your testimony.
What?
Let's hear what Mr. Wright has on his mind. Tell us why you think this piece of cloth in the muffler is related to this case.
So it's okay. It might be the crime photo. No, it's the cell phone. Yes, take that, Ms. Starr. Recall your testimony for the court.
Oh, yes. When I arrested her, she mentioned the muffler. That's what had me confused in my earlier testimony. Muffler. Ah, yeah!
Could it be that the muffler you heard mentioned was actually this exhaust pipe? If so, that means this piece of cloth is vital evidence.
Well, it seems we will have to suspend the proceedings.
Suspend?
I find myself wondering about that piece of cloth. If we leave any question unanswered here, we do a disservice to the law. Have the car at the crime scene inspected at once and bring me that cloth. The verdict will wait until after we've seen all the evidence. Agreed? I suppose so.
Phew, that was close. But we made it. At least for now.
This court will adjourn for a 30-minute recess. It's lunchtime after all.
Oh, he's still hungry? To be continued.
So how long has it been?
It's an hour and 26. Let's see. It's 3:52 p.m. It's an hour and a half. Well, yes, we will save our progress up to this point because you never know.
Never know.
Even if we do this for another hour, it'll still be just before 5. So
Yeah, let's do it, but let's try to be quick.
Let's do it, but let's try to be quick.
February 23rd, 11:56 a.m., District Court, Defendant Lobby number 2.
Mr. Wright,
Huh? What?
are trials always like this with you? Like you're swimming up from the bottom of a lake about to reach the surface? But no matter how hard you paddle, you never seem to get there?
Pretty much. Except today we're swimming in quicksand. So what happened to your sister anyway?
Apparently she got called off to the judge's chambers.
Probably something to do with that piece of cloth.
So, this is where we turn this trial around, right? Our only weapon, a tiny, insignificant piece of cloth.
I'm the one who's starting to feel tiny and insignificant, to tell the truth. Oh, hola, partner.
This
Mr.
dude.
Marshall. They say you show a red cloth to a bull, it'll fire up its temper. That's what they told me when I was a youngin', at least.
Officer Marshall!
I thought I'd come take a look-see at how the trial's going. Looks like I'm late. They got the home ranch locked down tighter in a fort in enemy territory. That hard to slip out, huh? What's going on over there anyway? All the police I've seen these last 2 days have really been on edge. Don't you got enough on your plate without worrying about other people, compadre? You could be worrying about that chief prosecutor's taste in mufflers, for example.
Officer Marshall? The whole muffler thing didn't have anything to do with scarves. She wasn't even wearing a scarf.
You don't say. Now don't that just beat all?
Huh?
I've seen the red breeze blow at her slender neck many a time. I saw it that day too. She was wearing a red muffler.
What?
At the awards ceremony that afternoon. Edgeworth's seen it too, I reckon. What does that mean? And remember, we even saw her wearing it in the detention center when we interrogated her. So I'm like, but yeah, that is weird. Why is she not wearing it in that photograph then? That's something we're gonna have to dig into. In the photograph taken at the crime scene, she wasn't wearing a scarf.
So, Miss Starr wasn't mistaken.
Well, it's about time. Remember, partner, sometimes you gotta grab the bull by the horns, and sometimes you just gotta let that bull go where it will. Time will tell. Ugh, I have a bad feeling about this.
So, what are we swimming in now, Mr. Wright?
If it's steak sauce, I can hook you up with some fine ribs. Ooh-wee.
Yeah.
Jesus.
February 23rd, 12:32 p.m., District Court, courtroom number 9. All rise. I'd like to resume.
What's up? The judge keeps looking over at the prosecution.
Is something wrong, Mr. Edgeworth? Your face is blue, your lips are purple, you're sweating bullets. that furrowed brow, those grinding teeth, those watery eyes. What's more, your eyes are unfocused, you're doubled over, your back is bent. It can't be. This can't happen.
I wonder what happened to Mr. Edgeworth.
Well then, I believe it is time we continued on with this trial. During our recess, I had requested that the prosecution conduct an investigation. This is unacceptable! It seems our prosecutor is quite beside himself. Excuse me. Knock, knock. Who's there?
Strap in, kids. Zion, you might want to get your gavel Glock ready.
Who's this guy?
What's with this guy? A strange, stuffy aura seems to be filling the courtroom.
Yeah, he's just staring a hole.
Hey, the temperature rose 5.7 degrees when that man came in.
Who on earth is he?
It's you. Sorry I'm late, Audrey. The roads were packed. It's just me. Long time no see, Audrey. How you been? Swim much these days? Hello. No, I've been so busy. Busy? Busy smizzy, Audrey, my boy. You have to make time to relax. Yes, indeed.
Udgy seems to be his nickname for the judge?
I'm afraid you're right. Very afraid. Sorry, but who are you?
Aha! So you're Righto, the attorney. I've heard good things about you, son.
Thanks?
So sorry about our little worthy giving you all that trouble, eh?
Huh?
You know, we should all go swimming together sometime. Jolly.
Look, little worthy?
Mr. Wright, you don't know the district chief of police?
Oh, so this is the guy in charge of the investigation. Chief of police?
He's the top-ranking police officer in the entire district. Name's Gant. Damon Gant. Pleased to meet you, everyone. So, to what do we owe this honor today? It's been over 2 years since you last came to this courtroom, hasn't it? Well, it's worthy here. Look at the poor fellow. I just thought I'd help out by bringing this.
Oh!
It's a scarf.
Hey, that's...
My sister's muffler.
So Ms. Starr wasn't just seeing things. When the crime occurred, Ms. Skye really was wearing that muffler.
But to think that it was stuffed into that exhaust pipe. On little Worthy's car, no less. Uh-oh. What? It's really quite embarrassing, even for us. What's this? It's what you'd call a switchblade knife. Or quite perplexing, this. Objection! Chief! What kind of outfit are you running? Mr. Edgeworth, how could they miss such a vital piece of evidence? If your investigators are this lax, how do you expect us to do our job? Now, wait a minute, Worthy. I've no desire to hear your excuses. I'm telling you to wait. Or didn't you hear me? Ugh. Have a look at this document where it says person in charge of investigation. There's no mistaking that signature is there. Miles Edgeworth? That's not fair! On the day of the crime, I had... Your head in a clouds because you got that award. I know how you feel. But you're the person in charge. I'll expect a written apology. What? Are you serious? Don't be too upset. We'll find a way to clean up this mess that you made. Ugh. Am I doing this right so far?
Yes, you're doing it pitch perfect.
This is the first time I've seen Mr. Edgeworth at a loss for words.
This kind of major blunder is unlike you, Mr. Edgeworth. Gah. The court accepts this new evidence. But I'd like to ask the defense a favor first.
Yes?
Just to be sure, I'd like to take a look at the blade of this knife.
The blade, Your Honor? Well, I don't see why not.
Could you open it up for me, I wonder?
Yes, well, I think all you have to do is push that switch and...
If I cut my finger, Mr. Wright, I wouldn't be able to pound my gavel anymore.
Yeah, but if I cut my finger, I wouldn't be able to point it at people anymore.
Come on, just hurry up and open it.
All right, here we go. Automatically. What?
Oh, yeah, you...
Yeah, no, I mean, it's doing it automatically. So now, okay,
Oh,
look
I
at this.
see.
So first of all, let's look at that tag.
There's a small tag on this knife.
It seems to say SL92.
What does that mean?
Well, I've heard something similar. DL6 of DL6 incident fame.
But it's strange.
Huh? What is?
I'm not certain, but I get the feeling I've seen this somewhere before. Letters like this, or letters that looked a lot like this, somehow.
Folks, stay tuned. So okay, let's click this.
Don't scare me like that.
I'm the one who's scared.
Look at this knife blade. The tip is broken off.
And this dark red stain. Blood. What the heck? Switchblade knife added to the court record.
Found at the crime scene, wrapped in the defendant's muffler. Small tag attached. This does not excuse the actions of the police department. I would like to hear an explanation from the chief of police himself. I'm terribly sorry, but could I ask you to testify for us about the split between the prosecutors and the police and this knife? Sure thing. Not a problem. Not even a little one, really. All right, here we go. Witness testimony time. Department in disorder. This knife is special, but I can't say how here. Unless there's evidence to prove a connection between this knife and Goodman.
We have some.
That was a bad day for the department. We weren't in any shape to do an investigation. A detective was killed at the police department, see? What a mess. The time of the crime? 5:15. Scary coincidence, eh? It's not officially linked to this here case, so I can't talk much about it.
Yeah, the link is on the tag on the knife and on the piece of paper that was dropped by the victim.
There was a murder at the police department? A detective? That's hush-hush information, Archie. We haven't exactly announced it yet. Objection! Wait a second. You said 5:15. That's the exact time that Detective Goodman was killed at the prosecutor's office.
Cheeseburger.
Order! 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 Anyway, we at the department were all afluster, as you might well assume. We're in the middle of a top secret investigation. Don't tell anyone, okay? I think we understand the police department's situation. Well, Mr. Wright?
2 detectives killed at the same time in 2 different places.
The chances of that are really slim, scientifically speaking, of course.
I'd like to exercise my right to cross-examine the witness.
Very well. However, keep your questions focused on the case at hand. All right. Cross-examination time, Department in Disorder.
So I have an idea of what we're going to do, but we're going to let Story Mode tell us.
This knife is special, but I can't say how here. Unless there's evidence to prove a connection between this knife and Goodman.
There is.
But there is.
Exactly. That's exactly what I was thinking of. Objection! Wait a second.
Ah, at last. An honest-to-goodness objection.
This knife. This has to have something to do with Detective Goodman.
What do you mean? Aha! An honest-to-goodness, what do you mean from IG? This is great.
Look at the tag on this knife. It reads SL92.
And this is important. Why?
Over here, we also have a memo that was on the body of the victim.
What's this? 6 minus 7S, 12-2.
Zion the Potato asks, what I miss? Well, we missed the chief of police handing over the red muffler and giving us a switchblade knife. Your Honor, it's upside down.
Upside?
The printed name on the memo makes it look like it's right side up. But turn it around, and what do you get? February 21st, SL9.
Aha!
Whoever wrote this note was holding the paper upside down.
SL9. That's the same thing that is written on the knife's tag.
What?
Order. Order. Well, Chief? Well. I guess the cat's out of the bag. You win, Rhino.
I win? What game is this guy playing?
This knife was evidence in the case. It was stolen from the department's evidence room. That was a bad day for the department. We weren't in any shape to do an investigation. A detective was killed at the police department, see? What a mess.
Hold it. On the same day that the detective was killed in the prosecutor's parking lot, another detective was killed at the police department?
That's a fact. Surprising, isn't it, Archie? I'm at a loss for words. And the perpetrator? Do you have a suspect? Well, there was a suspect. Just arrested him, in fact.
Just arrested? That was quick.
We got Mr. Holly Jolly.
Yeah.
But there's still a lot of unanswered questions. Maybe you could help, Righto.
I suppose I could help if you help me by giving me data on your case.
Ooh, good one. This kid's sharp. Okay, here's the deal. I'll tell you one thing and one thing only.
Okay, where the victim was found. So tell me, where was the victim found?
Well, I can't speak on where the corpse was found.
He's way too happy. It's getting on my nerves. Yep.
But I can say the crime took place in the evidence room at the police department.
The evidence room? Wait a second. I've heard of that.
The evidence room. Didn't he mention it in his testimony just now?
This knife was evidence in the case. It was stolen from the department's evidence room.
Yeah, that's where the murder that's where the murder took place. There's the connection between the two cases.
You seem happy, Mr. Wright.
Happy? We just got handed our ticket to go to town on this case. With the link between the two cases established, we finally have some leverage. Now we can get Gant to testify about the details.
Science is what? What connection?
It's not officially...
It's not officially linked to this here case, so I can't talk much about it.
I don't know what Hold it! Chief, the defense's position is simply this. The connection between these two cases has already been proven.
You don't say. Well, out with it, Righto. What's your connection? Yes, out with it, Mr. Wright.
The connection is a place mentioned in the testimony we just heard. The knife found in the lot was stolen from the police department's evidence room.
Not to mention the victim had on him the case number on the knife's evidence tag.
And we also know that the detective murdered at the police department was killed in that very same evidence room.
Indeed. There do seem to be too many connections for it to be a coincidence. Oh, he's staring a hole again. You two make a good pair. It took my men 2 days to find out what you deduced right here. Chief, I request that you release your information on the victim at the police department. See, that's the tricky part. It hasn't been announced yet. At all.
Can we get the information? Unofficially?
Sure, why not? It's unofficial after all.
What? Really?
Who would have guessed?
I'll cooperate, but I can't reveal the name of the victim at the department, okay?
Hold it. If you're going to tell us a little, why not tell us everything?
Well, case information is sticky stuff. You have to do everything properly.
Oh, well, I might as well I guess I might as well try to get what I can out of him. We could try to do the victim's ID number. Yeah, that's it. Okay. How about you tell me the victim's ID number?
Sure, why not? It's not like you'll be able to tell who it is from that.
Yeah, we will. Of course not. You won't tell me their name after all.
We keep a tight lid on ID numbers, so don't go getting your hopes up. The number is...
He forgot.
Is it 5842189? Wait a minute. Check the card. Check the card.
Dude.
Oh my... What? Detective Goodman?
Bruce Goodman's ID is, in fact, 5842189. That doesn't make any sense.
No. Well, that's quite long. And we have to remember these. It drives me nuts. 82... I can't do it.
You didn't even get the first number right.
Well, Mr. Wright, does this tell you anything?
The ID number of the victim at the police department, 5842189. This tells me something. Actually, it does, Your Honor. It does. I think.
Meaning?
It has to be what I think it is. But what does this mean?
Well, let's hear what the defense has to say. You say the ID number of the detective who was murdered at the police department tells you something. What does it tell you?
Take that. Witness?
What is it, Mr. Wright? You're grinning like a schoolgirl on prom night.
No, it's just, I got confused.
And this is news?
Huh?
Just come out with both guns blazing, like you always do.
The police department, the prosecutor's office, 2 places, 2 detectives murdered at one time. Actually, I happen to have a police ID number here.
Oh, is it yours?
No, Your Honor, I'm a defense attorney, remember? This is the ID number of our victim, Detective Goodman.
Shame on you, Righto. Personnel IDs are top secret.
Detective Goodman's ID number is 5842189.
And this means what exactly?
Huh?
Wait, that ID number we heard from the chief earlier. That started with 82. I've forgotten.
You didn't even get the first number right. Again! The number the chief of police gave us was 5842189.
Objection! Wait a second, Wright. What does this
mean? That's what I want to know. The 2 ID numbers are identical. In other words, the detective killed in the police department's evidence room was Bruce Goodman. What does our witness think about that?
Oh, sharp as a tack, Righto. Sharp as a tack. But wait, Detective Goodman is our victim. He was killed at 5:15 in the underground parking lot.
Yet, a Detective Bruce Goodman was also killed at the police department in the evidence room at the exact same time.
Objection! That's impossible. So what we're saying is the same person was killed at the same time and in a completely different location? Wrong. Cheeseburger. Order. Chief, what does this mean? Objection! No, what I want to know is, why didn't I hear about this? Yes, it's top secret, fine, but I'm the prosecutor in charge of the case. Now, just wait a second, Worthy. No need to get all flustered. Your Honor, the police department has made a grave error in this case. Wait. I said wait. Or didn't you hear me? The oversight? The grave error? Mr. Edgeworth, they're yours. What? How dare? We informed you yesterday. I believe it was our Officer Meekins who brought you the news.
Oh, remember that report? Oh, no. Oh, shit.
Officer Meekins?
Mr. Wright, where have we heard that name before? Wait, aha!
Excuse me, but is Mr. Edgeworth anywhere on the premises? I'm here, sir, at the request of the chief, sir. I got your report, sir.
You don't mean him? According to Meekins, you didn't accept the report. Hard to believe. But your officer, he told me. He said that report had nothing to do with the Lana Skye incident. Detective Bruce Goodman murdered in the police department evidence room. Mr. Edgeworth, the victim's name is written right on the top of the report. Gah! Why didn't your officer tell me?
Honestly, I'm not sure if that officer was capable of making the connection. He did seem challenged.
In any case, this is a serious error, a gross negligence of duty on your part, Worthy. Objection! But sir, you could have submitted that report this morning to the court as evidence. Then, No such luck this time, Worthy. Or should I say, unworthy? What? Now, what was the second rule of evidence law,
Well, Mr. Wright?
Huh? Oh, well, it's,
Rule 2. Unregistered evidence presented must be relevant to the case on trial. And how is this rule relevant? Normally, you submit a list of evidence to be used in court before the trial. This report wasn't on that list. So, what does this mean? I couldn't submit this evidence until a connection was proven in court. Ugh. The connection was just proven by Wright over here. Wright over here. Good job, Wright, my boy.
huh? I was just doing my job.
No. No! It seems we have come to the end of this trial. I know you're going through a tough time, Worthy. What with all these rumors? You were even in the defendant's chair just this past December. Ugh. I apologize for this terrible lack of due diligence on my part. Mr. Edgeworth, please, just give me one day. I'll get to the bottom of what happened. If it's the last thing I do, you'd better get results this time. Really. You have my profound apologies, sir.
Poor Mr. Edgeworth.
I don't think there's ever been an error this serious in the history of this court. I will grant one further day as the prosecution has requested. Will that be sufficient, Mr. Edgeworth? Yes, Your Honor. Thank you. Whatever your punishment for this is, for your sake, I hope it's not decisive. Very well. Court is adjourned. Wow.
Yep, this is a perfect time to cut things off. Oh,
Yep.
man.
Oh, wow.
Folks, it gets so much more complicated than this. Just you wait. So, all right, well, we got to cut it off this week. Don't forget to tune in next week for the next day of the investigation. And
we're actually going to be away from our studio next Saturday because we have a golf invitational tournament to attend to.
Yes, that's right. I was trying to explain it during last week's stream or on Wednesday's stream. So we have a charity golf event to go to. We might do. We're going to be traveling too. So, yeah, we're going to have to suspend the voice acting until either Sunday or the following Saturday. So tune in next time.
Further notice.
Yeah, until further notice. So go follow the Twitter channel at Steel Twins Alex, or follow us on the Facebook page, The Steel Twins Gaming, to keep up to date on our shenanigans. So until next time, kids, I'm the Cannonball Alex Steele.
I am the Package Andrew Steele.
We are the Steel Twins,
And we are for real. Top guys out.
Ciao.
And with that, pow, we're gone.